So you have this tough guy personality. Where's that soft side to Johnny Bravo? I mean, I was traveling around with you, and me you would come up to you and ask if you even smile. Do you smile?
Yeah, I do smile. But when it's the right time, when I'm settled and home relaxing, you know, if I'm with a lady, yeah, man. Sometimes I sing. I sing sometimes.
You have a singing voice?
No, not really, but I have a Barry White voice. That's what they've been saying. But I sing behind closed doors. I sing in the shower.
Really like to hear that. Give a piece of that. Give a piece of that voice. Give a piece of that voice. What is man?
Is know how to treat a woman. Once you know how to treat a woman and she goes all out, I know how to treat a woman. Most men, I didn't say all men, most men don't know how to treat a woman.
How to treat a woman?
Trust me, I'm telling you, especially Trinidad.
How to treat a woman?
Trinidad woman. I hear, oh God, I got a lot more female friends than man. I'm telling you.
How to treat a woman, Bravo?
How to treat a woman?
Mm-hmm.
Simple, like, ask them how they're doing, how they're going. Some guys be doing like, psst, psst, psst. You don't call woman that. Woman not now a dog or a cat or whatever you want to call them. Mm. A woman is a human being. Just reason with them, talk to them. Hey, hello, how you doing? How's your day going? Hey, beautiful, how are you? You know what I mean? Simple line like that. Mm-hmm. Take a woman out. Give a woman a rose one day at work. Surprise them. They like that. They be blushing.
So you believe in a paying a woman bills and so?
I tolerate men.
We live in a risky world, you know? Yeah. So I can say that, you know, we explore.
Men should always spend on a woman.
Appreciation is a big man.
Welcome back, or welcome to one of the most significant episodes of the Perspectives podcast in Trinidad. And tonight, whenever you're watching this, we're here with Trinidad most dangerous man. I mean, man whose parents named him Kevin Da Costa. But y'all probably know him as Johnny Bravo. Is it? The reason that I'm here in Trinidad relies a lot on this man, you know. But tonight we're there for hear Bravo's story. Today, whenever you're watching this. But before we go into the conversation, people remember to like, share, subscribe. You would have seen in these t-shirts, different iterations of these t-shirts. They are from Red Ibis, our clothing company in St. Kitts Nevis. But tonight is not about that. It's about Mr. Bravo. Bravo.
Good night, Mr. Central. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Real good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pleasure being in your presence for the past, 2 weeks?
Absolutely, sir. Anytime.
I feel even safer here than back home, being around you, you know?
Thank you.
But who are you, Bravo?
First of all, my real name, government name, is Kevin G. Da Costa. But the fans, the streets, the people, they give me a nickname, Johnny Bravo. It's a long story behind that, but I'll make it quick and short. When I first came back home from the US to Trinidad, I worked in this nightclub called the Lear Disco. And there was a scene played off with a comedian named Rachel Price. And one of the patrons had spit at her. And it just ended up, she called security, ended up containing the man, he swing a punch, he missed, I did an atomic bomb, knock him out, it's going on one arm, and the crowd was like, there's a noise, an antique noise called, "Ooh," and that was it there. And the name, Johnny Bravo, stuck on me to this day.
Yeah. So from that one knockout, Johnny Bravo.
Correct.
So let's go back in time now to the beginning of your life. Where in Trinidad are you from? originally?
Was born and raised in Belmont, Port of Spain, BIL, if you want to call it, Belmont is love, but born at Port of Spain General Hospital.
Right. Now, did you grow up in Belmont?
Yes, I did.
What was life like back in those days in Belmont for you?
I can recall a little bit, but, you know, I used to play around with the kids. We used to play kickball. Those are stuff I kind of remember because I left here when I was young. I left here I was like 4 or 5 years old. Yeah, as a young.
Yeah. What was the cause of your migration? Like, why did you leave Trinidad?
Oh, because my parents had a better life, better occupation. My mother was a registered nurse, and my father was a self-employed taxi driver.
So they both moved to America?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and now you said 2 or 3 years old, right?
No, I left about 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years old. So what was it like now moving to America?
It was cool. Most of the kids didn't understand me and my twin brother. I have a twin brother, by the way, and 2 older brothers, but they didn't understand us because we used to talk fast. Remember, they say Trinidad, we talk like patois. So they sent us to a different education school. You know what I mean? So just to keep up with the English, learn the English, because they couldn't understand us at all. So we ended up there. Then I went to elementary. Then I went to high school.
Okay. But wait, when you moved to America, what area were you living, or what area did you base in America?
In Boston.
In Boston?
Yeah, Dorchester.
And you moved to a good community, or was it a rough environment?
When we left when we was little, it was a rough community. Then we ended up, my parents bought a house. So we were living in Castlegate in Dorchester. Then we was there for a couple of years. Then my parents worked hard. They bought a house. So I moved to Boston, Massachusetts, Dorchester on Milton Ave on Norfolk Street.
Now, during high school, what were you aspiring to do?
High school?
Well, during school, like what were you aspiring to do overall?
I was All-American in football and also All-City in track and field.
Yeah, track and field and football?
I was fast. And I used to play outside linebacker.
Linebacker?
Yeah,
No, as it relates to that career, where did things go for you with the sporting career?
Sporting career, what happened is after high school, I went to the military. They have this.
So why not the NFL or professional?
That's where I wanted to go. But what happened, I got injured. I went to, after high school, I went to the military. They have this
So
thing.
you got injured during high school?
No, I got injured in college. In the military, they have this thing called when you go to college, you get to go to the military, and it was like a scholarship. So after you do your high school, you do SAT. I got accepted to Tennessee. Then from there, I played football. Then I got injured in my second year of college. Then that messed up my eligibility. I ended up having to, leave. And +2, I was in the military and I got discharged.
Wait, so let me try to get the story clear.
Go ahead.
You left high school, went to college.
Graduate high school.
Oh, you graduated from high school. You got accepted to Tennessee.
Tennessee with the military. Grant. It's like a military grant schooling.
Oh, so you had to go to the military.
Yeah, went to the military and plus you could go
so you went to the military first.
Yeah.
And you got a scholarship through the military to go to college.
Correct.
And in college,
you paid for your schooling.
And in college, you began playing football.
Correct.
And during playing football, you got injured.
Correct.
And that injury, you were no longer eligible to go to the NFL or take it to that next level.
Correct.
And you also got discharged from the army. How come? The same injury?
Nah, that injury. Got in a big altercation. Basically a fight. A big fight against another branch.
Yeah, can you give me the details of that?
Yeah, of course. We went to the bathroom, me and my colleague, and he couldn't speak like English. He was Spanish. And the guys from New Jersey don't like my colleague. Like, they oppose him in the bathroom. And you know what they say in the military, never leave a defending man behind. And that was it there. So when I was about to leave, he called my name, DaCosta. And I had to step in. I said, yo, fellas, let's forget about it, man. Let's just go in.
And at that point, you were this big, like
yeah, man. Of course, I was strong, always big, fast. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So end up they disrespect me. End up fist fight in the bathroom. End up in the mess hall. Wasn't taking it. Took a tray. Used to be steel. Not anymore. It's plastic now because of what happened. Hit the guys in the head. A big riot. And that's what I got discharged for, because of the riot, because I incited the riot, me and my colleague. And I got discharged.
No, after getting discharged, you no longer have this scholarship. No. What happened?
They just discharged me and just dropped us back home. I was in Fort Braggs.
No, what did you do when you get back home?
My thing was I was embarrassed, because if I go home, my parents going to be like, what did you do? How did you get kicked out? So I was I had everything going for me. I had a lot of stuff going for me. And I said to myself, I let my parents down. So I went home. About a week or two, I ended up going to Atlanta and do this Bodyguard course, Black Dragon, with DeAndre Kennard. DeAndre Kennard is my sensei, my master, like my brother. He's the one who taught me who I am today. I have to thank him. So DeAndre Kennard, thank you.
Yeah. Now, how did you kick down the doors, so to speak, in Bodyguard?
When after I did the course and a little bit of martial arts, my first gig was Kiss. And I end up bodyguarding Gene Simmons. And there's 4 guys in a rock and roll group called Kiss. So I end up with Gene Simmons, and the rest of the bodyguards end up with the other guys. And it was like, it was off the chain, man, because I never experienced that before. Remember, it's rock and roll, you see all kind of things. Ladies doing things you don't see every day, you know? Like, pull out their breasts, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, drugs, everything.
And did you indulge in those things?
Of course not. You gotta be professional. Just make sure the art is safe. Yeah.
Now, where did things go from there as a bodyguard?
From there, I ended up bodyguarding, I don't know if you know this group, 702. A big group called Blacks, the Foxy Brown, of course, LL Cool J, and of course, the rest in peace, Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah. Now, what was the experience like being the bodyguard of the Notorious B.I.G.?
Like I said, I tell everybody all the time, he's a real nice fella. We don't really interact with the artists, but he's a real nice fella, humble. He likes to eat. And
I mean, that's obvious.
Yeah, of course, man. And he's charming with the ladies, man.
That's something that always fascinates me, like that big guy being so charming with the ladies, you know? Yeah. So now, where did things go for you from there?
After I did with Notorious B.I.G., we end up, I got detained by the feds because asking questions, who, this, that, you know.
So after his death, questions were being asked.
Yeah, of course.
So you was his bodyguard up to the point where he was killed?
No. I was there until they went to Los Angeles. Because Bad Boys, the owner, only supply one bodyguard, and then used the police officers in Los Angeles. So they never took the rest of us. But the employee I worked for, Gene Deal, he ended up telling her we should take the rest of the bodyguards from New York to bring to California. We never did that.
Oh.
So
why do you think that decision was made?
I'm being real, I don't know, because Gene Deal was really fighting for us to get us out there to bodyguard. Because remember, it was Little C's, Puffy, and Biggie. Remember, Little C's was in the back seat of Biggie, and Puffy was in the next vehicle. And Gene Deal was in the next vehicle. So it was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So during your years of being a bodyguard in America, what was the craziest experience you had? Like, what was that the most outlandish experience you can recount?
When you say like crazy, when you like
the wildest one,
well,
like, or one that stood out the most for you?
I would say 2 in the US. I would say Kiss and Jodeci.
What happened?
With Kiss, a lot of women after the show they rush backstage, and you don't see this all the time, but autographs, signatures, women would do anything just to see those artists, and that's what you call fans. I see Gene Simmons sign the signature. When a woman pull out her breast, she just sign the signature, and you see a lot of things you don't see. Then Jodeci, Casey made a bet with the promoter, and he told the promoter that let's see how much panties and underwears they get on stage. And there's a song called Freaking You. You probably know that song, but everyone knows that song. So we ended up making a bet. And when they called a woman to throw panties and thongs and everything on that stage, it was crazy. And at the end, they collected to sweep it up. And Casey made a joke. He said, "Y'all smell that? Do y'all smell that?" And everybody saying, "That's called pussy aroma." That was it. That made that tour real funny. Yeah, Casey and JoJo and Jodeci, that was the group back then. Trust me.
Yeah. No, you say you got detained. What were you detained for?
I was detained because of the murder of Notorious B.I.G., but it was more of us. It was like 20 bodyguards. And they detained about 20 of us. A couple from Trinidad, Montserrat, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, and Jamaica. Yeah, so we had a couple of Caribbean bodyguards up there. So the other asked me, "Yo, we heard you're not from here. See, we're from Trinidad." They look up my jacket. Let's call your files, and that was it. They said, "Yo, we will deport you." I said, "Okay, no problem," because I don't believe of snitching or saying anything.
So deport you for what? Like, what were you charged for?
For information, all kind of things. Because they say they have a charge on me for a robbery or bank robbery, but it wasn't me. So I just decided to come home and just come back and see my country, because I haven't been back home since I was little. But I've been.
No, but what's puzzling me now is, as a bodyguard, you were just detained after the death of Notorious B.I.G.
Correct.
And from that detention, you got sent home.
Yeah, but I chose to come back home. I told them.
Why though? Why didn't you fight the case?
Because it wasn't much work for us back then. Because after Tupac died, Biggie died, it wasn't much work. And then after that, I just decided to come home. Then I ended up coming back home to Trinidad. And when I come back home to Trinidad, I see a lot of opportunities.
That was what year? What year was that?
In 2001.
2001. Them time they were 3 years old. Look, boy, a big man.
Because what happened was going on too. After that scene, that's when 50 Cent came out. He came out 2003, I think. And Bodyguard was up on the rise again. But I was already settled and making good money down here.
You didn't regret your choice of coming home?
No, not really, because I didn't know Trinidad was so sweet. But my parents always been telling me Trinidad is nice. It's a nice Caribbean. It's beautiful. Not how it is now, but back then was very nice.
So what was it like now getting deported, coming home? I mean, Smurf say, "I want to what clothes you get for come home," you know?
Yeah, me and Smurf met in 2009, 2008. When he came back, I met him a couple of months after.
No, but I mean, like, what was it like coming home 2000 in Trinidad?
It was different, but I got adjusted.
How did you adjust? Like, what was your first job coming back home to Trinidad?
First job, I ended up hooking up with my uncle, Harvey Boris. And he introduced me to Mickey Singh. He's the owner of the Lair Disco. And he told him everything. He told him my resume and who I was. So ended up asking me to be the head bouncer of the nightclub, the Lair. I end up doing it. And I'm the one started the dress code in Trinidad, because when I first came here, they didn't have no dress code. The bouncers used to be plain clothes. Coconuts, back then, used to be short pants and t-shirt. Whoever knows coconut, y'all don't understand where I'm coming from. Upper levels was plain clothes, security. So I say, you know what, let me change the game. So I end up guys in suits, white shirt, black shirt, and look professional. Clean cut, groom, professional, the way how to talk. Good night, good evening. Know how to talk to the patrons when they're coming inside an establishment, especially a nightclub. That was it.
So you took the American style of Bodyguard and Bouncer to Trinidad and Tobago. Now, what was it like here in Trinidad being a bouncer versus in the state back then?
I ain't gonna lie to you, the US is more rougher, more aggressive. But when you're back home Trinidad, you just have to talk to them and reason with them. It wasn't like that rough and aggressive how it is in the States. So down here was kind of, I'm not lying to you, it was easy. But adjusted, just not how to talk. You know, you get a couple of altercations back and then I knocked on a couple of fellas when I first came back here. But it was normal. Normal, nothing to talk about. I fall out with a good friend named Elvis. And we fall out real bad. He disrespect somebody. I ended up having to oppose him, trying to kick him out the club. And my good friend Cujo and Mickey Singh was there and then break it up. And Cujo was one of the big promoter for Sound Lavity Road. Yeah.
Now, where did things go from that point?
That point?
Yeah.
I started doing concerts, started doing Bodyguard, the Jamaican artist. My first Jamaican show was Voices of Love. The promoter was Cliff Harris. Thank you, Cliff Harris. And then Bodyguard and Junior Kelly. The big song, Love, Sunshine. You know the song, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So I never knew nothing about him. I know about Beanie Man and Bounty Killer. Those are my friends now to this day. And I heard about Barrett Levy because people was in the cast was Glenn Washington, Barrett Levy, and Junior Kelly. And Junior Kelly was the hottest thing that year in early 2000. And then impressed me. So the crowd, the ladies came back. After he finished performing, the ladies came backstage. Rush, I escorted him to the Jeep. And that was it. That was my first experience with a Jamaican artist.
No, you said that year was what year?
2001.
2001. So things really got up and running for Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, of course. I was I ain't gonna lie to you. I think a lot of people was influencing in my career. I think Michael St. John from Tower Promotion. I think Anthony Chowlin on Chinese Laundry. Randy Glasgow. I think Wendell Naipaul. I think the soca artists, Marsha Montano, Iowa George, Bungie Garland, Fayen, Destra, KMC, rest in peace, Blacks, Shona Winchester. I think all of them because that one was like a frenzy. And I like to work, you know what I mean? And boy, soca artists kept me busy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Right. No, so you would have seen the growth and expansion of soca music. And you said in 2009 you meet Bang and Smurf.
Yes, I did.
So what was it like now meeting somebody like Bang and Smurf? Given the fact that he has a similar story to you where he's now deported, he moved from Trinidad at a young age and is now coming back to Trinidad to live as a deportee.
When I first met him, I never heard of Bang and Smurf. The street got us together. Rest in peace, Bandy from St. Paul. He's the one got us together, link up. And also Gangsta Molly. You know what I mean? Shay Mills. And we end up linking up. And I heard about his story. He used to be with 50 Cents. He was like a banger for 50 Cents, you know? And remember, my area is Notorious B.I.G. So it was two different areas, you know what I mean? Queens and Brooklyn. So it was was a good link, and we became good friends after that. We've been everywhere. He's the one bring down the guys from Onyx, Trinidad James, French Montano. We end up linking up right through with them guys, and we still bring them in St. Paul and let them how the ghetto is and everything else. And me and Bangam Smurf become good friends till this day. He's like my little brother, you know?
Yeah. No, around those same times now, it has come to my attention that there's always been that dancehall underground movement within the Trinidad space. How did you get involved, or how was that introduced to you?
I just want to say this, dancehall been around for years now, because a lot of people don't know. Bodyguard used to sing raga soca, and a little bit of dancehall. Then he versatile with soca involved in it too. Then after that, we had, of course, Patinsky, Escata, Bubbles. We had all those artists who singing dancehall before. It's just 2017 to 2018, that's when the new genre of dancehall came involved. That is called Trinidad. You know what I mean? And of course, this artist named Prince Swanee, he's the one set the pedestal one time in 2017.
Yeah. When did you meet Prince Swanee?
I met Prince Swanee at this event called Chinatown. 2017, it was October 8th, 2017. And the streets had called me to meet the promoter. Not the promoter, but he's one of the promoters in the beat named Prezi. And up, link up with Prezi. He asked me, yo, I want to get this little artist to perform. I said, who's that? He said, Prince Swanee. He's backstage. I said, okay, I'll see what I can do, but this is a soca event. You know what I mean? I said, come on, brother, your arm is big. Everybody knows who you are. You well respected in the game and this and that. So I ended up talking to the promoter, Chiney and Pony. Those were the two promoters of the event, Chinatown. And I talked to Chiney and them. And of course, Chiney saying, bravo, bravo. Yo, this is not that kind of event, da 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 da. But
so Swanee had big songs at that point.
He had two big songs. That's Go For Them and Brother Brother. Brother. But I don't think Go For Them wasn't ready to perform in that event. Because remember, it was more soca. Soca was playing right through. So I told Chiney he could sing Brother Brother. Everybody lost a brother. A sister lost a brother. You know what I mean? It's like a brother, you know? So after that, he said, give him 20 minutes. Another 20 minutes went by. Promoter saying, bravo. It's clear. One song. Just one song. Brother, Brother. And that was it. And before he came on, a lot of artists performed. Show Winchester, Iowa George, Nessa Pepri. Everybody came to perform, but everybody stayed on stage because they heard about this kid, Prince Swanee.
Who is going to perform?
Was going to perform. Nobody didn't leave that stage. The stage was packed with all the artists alone. And people wanted to see this kid perform. And when he came out, Chiney introduced him. That was it there. He sang Brother, Brother first. After he sang Brother, Brother, he was done. But it wasn't done yet. The crowd started saying Go For Them. The rest of them. He didn't sing that song yet. The crowd sing it. Swanee looked at me. I looked at the promoter. Promoter said, go ahead. That was it. The pandemonium. The pandemonium, the scream. The crowd went into a frenzy with that song. And that was it. That's when the star was born. The star became Prince Swanee on that day. I'll never forget it. Then after that, everybody come up to me. Who's he? Who's he? My good friend, her name is Giselle Gaza G. Everybody knows her. She wants to know who's he, who's that. I said, that's the future of dancehall. And that was, it ain't called Trinidad yet. Trinidad formed in 2018. The streets made it Trinidad, and of course, Puns endorsed it. DJ Puns endorsed the movement.
Right.
So big up to Puns.
So Trinidad, like the name Trinidad, where did that came from?
The streets. The streets.
Yeah, so nobody know the true origins of that name Trinidad. All right.
The only thing I know, I'm being real with you, since Swanee and You got Plumpy Boys, Meds Boys, rest in peace, K-Line, Rebel. They all formed that movement. And they call it Trinidad because of the lifestyle they was living and where they came from, what they see, how they live. You know what I mean? They sing what they see about, what they talk about. And plus, too, they dress code. It all was a new thing, like the gold chains, it was different, man. That movement was different.
Now, what was your contribution towards the development of Trinidad movement?
A lot. Just talking to them, reasoning with them, be like their big brother, you know, and explain to them the do's and don'ts and understand the business of it. You know what I mean? Like, get on YouTube, Spotify's, everything. Even when Delicia, she started to do, that's Dimedia, she started to do the business. She have a business course called that, and she was implementing that to the artists. And also too, Gaza G was a big influence of this whole movement also too. Yeah, so we was there for them.
Now, we've seen the growth and evolution of the Trinidad movement, where it's now gotten to the point where, hey, it's a numbers thing. How do you feel about that?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie, I saw it coming, but I never thought it was gonna be this big. But to me, it didn't make no sense, man, because we lost a lot of people. We lost a lot of artists. I lost a lot of good friends. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. I just want to tell the youths, you could change. You could change all this. It doesn't make sense. You're going to go to jail, then you go 6 feet under. You know what I mean? It don't make sense. It don't make sense. I'm telling y'all that.
No. You speak a lot of the street. How do you, as a bodyguard in Trinidad, stay neutral and not get drawn into this whole negativity that we see happening in Trinidad?
I ain't gonna lie. A lot of people say I'm smart, I'm intelligent. I mean, you just gotta know what you're about and who you're for. First of all, I don't take no shit. Everybody knows that. And everybody thinks, people think I'm dangerous. People think all kinds of things about me, but they just don't know.
But are you dangerous though?
Maybe, maybe not.
Where did you get the name from? Trinidad Most Dangerous Man.
Not me, it's them bloggers. Them bloggers have been talking about it, not me.
What have they said about it?
No, they're just saying how can a man, just like what you just said, could go any hood, any ghetto, and how you become so neutral with everybody. I ain't gonna lie to you, the kids, the gangsters, everybody, they feel comfortable towards me because remember, I don't say much. I don't say much and I don't speak much. So that could be one of the reasons, but I'm being real, I know what I'm about.
But are you a gangster?
Of course not. I'm just a businessman. I'm a worker. I'm a bodyguard.
Now, how have you been able to build this repertoire with these people? Like, because I feel like the outer society has almost demonized them. The quote-unquote gangsters. You know? So how have you been able to develop such a relationship with them?
It's like I said, it's the artists where they're from. Sometimes I'll be assisting them with their music videos and, you know, reason with them. You know what I mean? Like during COVID, I ain't gonna lie to you, the streets really look out for me. Especially the B-Town, St. Paul, Cassava Peace, Nelson Street, C-Lots.
Look out for you in terms of what?
Oh, trust me, they took good care of me in COVID. You know what I mean? Because, like, for example, I went down to the beach and talked to 2 artists. And the promoter, Presley, look out for me. He gave me, I'm not lying to you, $4,000 just to talk to these youths just for an hour. Just explain to them the business side of dancehall music. And I was like, wow.
So you basically played the role of a mentor to a lot of the Trinidad artists.
Yes.
So didn't you get into management in terms of managing a Trinidad artist or two?
Yes and no. I was more in the back seat. Like I talked to Delicia Patterson, that's Dan Media. I tell her she should, because she wasn't doing much. She was working for corporate, and she ended up, resigned, and she ended up doing management. She had started managing with 2K Zelly and, of course, Jelano.
Yeah. So,
and she was good at it. Then Gaza G. Then after that, Toppy Boss ended up with Clear from Restricted. So, and I always keep touch with them ladies, because the ladies was more fascinated with the genre.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you gotta thank some of those managements who was involved, especially the females. I had to give them kudos for them. They work very hard and they try their best, you know what I mean? And also, of course, the male management also too was involved too. You know what I mean? There's a couple of male who was involved.
Now, as it relates to Trinidad music now, there are a lot of misconceptions about this whole movement. You know? Like, some people would say it is gangsters singing music.
That's false. That's false. People have the wrong concept of that. Is the artist is singing what they, like I said, their reality, is their story, is their life. But that don't mean they would pick up a gun and kill that man or kill this person. Is a wrong conceive of that. It's wrong.
No,
that's why sometimes I be talking to some of the artists. Sometimes it's good to do some interviews and explain your side of the story. To explain that it's not what you think. You know what I mean? Because look at Jelano.
Yeah.
Look at Rihanna Elborn. Jazzy Blaze. You know what I mean? People looking at the wrong stigma like K-Man and Toppy Boss, and it's not what y'all think. They're singing what they feel like what sells, if you know what I mean. It's the same thing like drill music. Drill music right now is the biggest thing right now in overseas, England, and of course, the United States, Detroit, Chicago. Them drill artists is, wow, you know what I mean?
So what about those who would say the music have an influence on what's happening in Trinidad?
Influence?
Yeah. Like music's influence on the current state of Trinidad. Well, Trinidad as a society.
I don't... All right, I listen to Trinidad. I listen to all kind of music, but I love the Trinidad music, but that don't make me think I will I want to go kill that person. I want to go rob that person or this and that. So, no. It's just like the back in the days of Bounty Killer, Beanie Man, Mavado, Cartel, Notorious B.I.G., and Tupac. I've been around all those people, and I don't see myself doing that. You know what I mean? It's just people have the wrong concept about that. That whole thing.
So what about the vulnerable youth? Like the youth who probably misguided then?
Yeah, most of them misguided by, I'll be real with you, sometimes parenting, the father figure is not around, or the parents work, the mother working a lot of jobs, or their father passed away, or the father's locked up. Because you got some deadbeat fathers who don't be around. So that's the reason why there's a lot of kids is not being
guided in the
right way. You know what I mean?
So speak to me about the state of Trinidad now. Like, what would you say can be that solution, or what would you suggest to see a change in Trinidad? Like, what would your suggestion be to the powers that be to begin to heal the nation?
I can name a couple. When I was in the States, I used to do this big brother, big sister brotherhood. And it's like the Boys and Girls Club. I was trying to do this for a while, but it never been in a pedestal. I'll give an example. All the cricketers, all the footballers, that's soccer, track and field, the soca artists, even the Trinidad artists, even the chutney artists. Everybody could be a mentor and go and help a child in each city. If you want to say like in a ghetto, like Laventille, Beetham, Sea Lots, St. Paul. And, you know, is take a child out. Let's say you just take one child out. You take them to the movies. Just take them to the movies. Buy them snacks, whatever, chips. You know how that feel when you take a child out? Because we did that in the US. They will feel different. I had a cousin. He was locked up. He did an armed robbery. And he ended up went up St. Michael Home for Boys. And he was getting, you know, picked on there. So my aunt called me from Boston and asked me, yo, do you want to go there and check on him and this and that? And, you know, so I went there. I spent like 200 TT on snacks, real snacks. I ended up, you know, race all the kids there. And he stopped getting picked on. And they been calling him, asking, yo, when your cousin coming back? When your cousin coming back? So I went back like a month after, and he was like the biggest thing there. And it was like a big relief. And to this day, some of the kids who now big men now, they come up to me, yo, remember me? You used to come say Michael Home for Boys, used to check your cousin. And so it was a good thing, and they remember that.
So these small things have had lasting impact.
Yes, I agree.
On the youth.
I agree. And also too, you know, I won't say the government, but government could play they could push more effort into this, like fix the community centers in the ghetto. They could do more stuff if they really want. They could if they want. It's hard right now. I understand. But
how is it hard though?
I don't know. I've been hearing all kind of things, but
for me,
it's not my say.
For me, right, personally, my opinion is government is employed by the people to do the people's work. So if them can't do the people work, then come out of power and make somebody else do it.
That's true.
It's not impossible to fix, bro. We've seen societies go from worse. What the country they name? You have a country, you know, I think it in the Latin America, where the government basically fix it. What a bumbo country they name, man. One of them Latin America country. I don't remember which country, but that government took his country from one of the worst crime rates to now is almost a crime-free society. So, and we know there are examples out there of governments implementing laws and social programs that has helped societies. Is it so? To say like it's hard, I mean, I think it is as hard as people want to make it seem. I mean, some of the issues run deep, but the government definitely can do better.
But I noticed something for the past, couple of years now, I think a year or two. I see Foster Cummins and Kwesi Robinson, the Ministry of Youth, coming to do stuff in the ghetto. I noticed that and I applaud them for the initiative. So I've been observing it, been watching, and I see what they're trying to do. And I think they're doing a great job.
Oh, you think they're doing a great job?
Yeah, so far I've been seeing, I see a lot of kids going there. They do a lot of, I see them do a lot of stuff for the youths. So I've been watching it on social media and the newspaper and stuff. So, but it could be more, a lot more. Like we had this thing called Synergy Soccer Stars. It was done by Peter C. Lewis and the rest of the team. Like Jaiga was the host. We had Paul Richards, Carl B. Henderson, and Cara Jacob. They were like the judges, and I was the security. And Cindy Soca Stars was the biggest thing in Trinidad and Tobago. That's when all these artists came, like Voice, Second Star, Swappy, Earth and Elves. So a lot of artists came from Cindy Soca Stars. You got Fireball, Kimber Sazano, and they all became who they are today. You know what I mean? And that was it was every summer they wanted to see that. It was at St. James Amphitheater. It was like the tryouts, first round, second round, third round, and finals would be at the GMP complex. And it was amazing. Then after that, it stopped. And till this day, people are asking me, yo, y'all bringing back Cindy Soca Stars? Cindy Soca Stars.
So what stopped it? Like, what caused it to stop?
A whole lot of reasons. I won't be able to discuss that, but a whole lot of things.
Like what?
Like I said, I won't be able to discuss
so
that.
It is public knowledge. Like, what reason did they give the public for it to stop?
Boy, like I said, I won't be able to talk about that, discuss that right now. But it just took a pause. So then after that, they end up doing Digital Rising Star, but it wasn't big as Synergy Soca Star though. Rising
Star was the biggest thing in Jamaica, one of the biggest shows in Jamaica.
I agree, but not big as
in Trinidad.
I won't say it was big as Trinidad, but
well, in Jamaica, may I tell you about Jamaica, not Trinidad.
Yeah.
In Jamaica, Digital Rising Star bring us two of the biggest superstars out of Jamaica right now. Like Romy and Virgo come from Rising Star, and Christopher Martin come from Rising Star. So I don't know why it wasn't big in Trinidad, but when it come on to Jamaica, Rising Star was a huge thing.
Nice.
You know what I mean? But one of your things that I've always seen you hashtag is rules of a bodyguard. What are the rules of a bodyguard?
Rules of a bodyguard. That's my motto. I've been using that for a long time. Rules of a bodyguard be all kind of things. Be professional. Be patient. Know your role. And be who you want to be. There's a lot more stuff too, but yeah, that's my rules of a bodyguard.
Yeah. Now, traveling. Where are some of the places you've traveled to over the years, being bodyguard, since coming back to Trinidad?
Coming back to Trinidad? All right. I was in Bahamas. I was in Bahamas for a month. And this artist named Teflon. That's one unique kid. Every time we get booked, every time we finish a performance, we're trying to come back home, the kid gets booked the following week. It was like, if we finished performing Saturday, we was about to leave Sunday, they book us again for the following week. It happened like that right through. The kid was a trendsetter. And I'm proud of him for a young kid. And he was only, I think 17, 18. That was in 2022 or 21. Then after that, I ended up going to St. Lucia with him. Then I went to Barbados with Plumpy. I ended up Jamaica 4 times. I went with Barbados with Young Brother. I went to Mexico for a business trip. And
so you've traveled a lot in and around the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Now, recently we see where that tragic situation happened with Plumpy. Had you been a part of that situation?
No.
No, I mean, had you been a part of that situation, how could have you prevented what happening from happening?
How would I prevent it? If I was there with him? I don't even know the whole story, but I have an idea. But if I was there, I would have checked all my surroundings. Of course, I would have a detailed officer there too. But I would have moved different. I would have probably tell everybody go back in a club or go back inside. And if that don't work, get more police officers involved and let's do the right thing, escort Because I hear all kind of stories, but like I said, I wasn't there. So, but I would have, I saw a couple of YouTube bloggers and they'd be saying, if you had hired Johnny Bravo, this wouldn't happen. I mean, like I said, everybody's not Superman and Batman, you know what I mean, bulletproof, you know? But yeah, I would have probably moved different if I was there.
And how does that make you feel now, as somebody who would have seen Plumpy rise from basically nothing to something, and this come happen basically in the prime of his career?
I mean, like everybody, man. I mean, I've been seeing Plumpy's growth since the beginning of time, you know, and he's a real good youth. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, sad that what happened. And I hope he recover from this. I hope he recover, not 100%, 1,000%, and become stronger than ever. You know what I mean? But it wasn't cool.
Now, on the other side, we see where K-Man has been banned from a few different countries now, based off of the type of music them say, and the whole violent situation, and Plumpy getting hurt even more validate those bans for these countries. How do you feel about that?
How I feel about it? They should not blame the artists for the music. Once they have proper management, security, they should not blame them, because remember, that's their income coming in. And they just want to see themselves grow, and they want to be just like a Jamaican artist, dancehall artist, because look at the artists like Kraft and Skang, and they are youths too. And look where they at. You see what they're driving? They're driving Mercedes-Benz, Porsche, all kind of cars right now. But they should not be a victim of that. Because K-Man has some nice songs. He got some nice soft songs. Obsessed. Feeling lonely. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Even Plumpy and them, they got some nice songs. You know what I mean? But that don't mean they're gonna tell people, yo, go do this, go do that. You know what I mean?
So you feel like they've been basically boxed in?
Back what?
You feel like these artists have been boxed in?
Yeah, they're boxed in. It's just, I have an idea, but I would have to reason with them. I will have to reason with them. I have to sit down and talk to the artists and explain to them what they got to do.
So what's your advice to that youngster who is looking at this whole Trinidad movement?
The youths? Or the
youth, a youth that's looking at the Trinidad movement, wanting to become an artist, but feel like I have to be singing this gangster thing to get their attention.
What I got to say to the youths, y'all could become who you want to be. Just know what you're doing. And you could sing gangster music, but you have to know what you're doing. You have to know what you're saying. Don't be singing about no bosses. You know what I mean? You could sing about each other artists. That's not a problem. But you see, singing against, talk about the bosses and the heads, that making no sense.
Yeah, your foot are kicked down the mic.
Yeah. All I gotta say is to youths, if you sing gangster music, know what you're saying, because I understand that's part of entertainment, right? Because I see it done by Tupac, Biggie, all the rest of the hip hops I've been noticed for the past in my years. Nothing wrong with it, but they can also switch it up. They can sing commercial, they can sing about girls, they can sing about money. People do that, but sometimes people will sing about it because they like that. The youths love that. They thrive in that. You know what I mean? It's just, you know what I mean? Just know what y'all doing, please. And ask questions, be smart. Ask anybody. You could talk to me, you could talk to Gaza G, Delicia, Puns. Talk to the DJs, you know what I mean? You can talk to anybody. Everybody, y'all know everybody. Everybody has a big influence. What's going on in entertainment.
So do you feel like you're appreciated enough for your contribution towards the music?
Yes. I think so.
Do you think you have been rewarded enough for what you have contributed to this music?
I would say entertainment, but entertainment-wise, yes. Entertainment in a whole. But like I said, there's a lot of people got a big influence. Even KG. KG has a big influence in this whole Trinidad movement. I mean, he's the one who shoot the videos from Swanee to Jelano to a lot of artists people don't know. You know what I mean? Give them a big break. Sometimes he shoots next to nothing. Because any day he wants to see the artist grow. And I'm proud of him for that. Even Puns too. Sometimes Puns give out, free productions. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't know. People don't talk about it. But I could tell you about it because I know them. You know?
Now, as it relates to this whole Trinidad movement overall now, what's next? Or what do you feel like the next move should be for the artist going forward?
The next move? I got offered in Trinidad and also another Caribbean island. They've been asking me if I could be like a mentor or reason to the entertainment dancehall in another Caribbean island. So I got offered, so I'm thinking about it. And if I do, I'm not going by myself. I'm going with like KG, Delicia Patterson, that's Dime Media. I'll talk to Gaza G. I'll talk to Puns. I'll talk to who's involved in the influence of this. Because I realize everybody been DMing me and messaging me, asking real good questions. Yo, you need to come to like Jamaica, come to Antigua. I got a message from Antigua like last week. They were to book my ticket, come to Antigua, stay for like a month, just to talk to the youth there. You know what I mean? A couple of weeks ago, they've been asking me to talk to KG. Let's go to Barbados. So we got a lot of options, and I'm, contemplating and thinking about it. I mean, if I could just take KG, if me and KG go, we know what to do. I'm telling you, because KG's a smart dude, and the rest of everybody else too. You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, we've still seen where you have continued contributing to the growth and development of Trinidad overall in terms of influencers coming to Trinidad and you guiding them on that journey now to like this place to go, that place to go, making sure they're safe and so on. How did you get into that side of the business?
I think the work I put in, because somehow, I would mention this guy, Arab, he ended up linking somebody from New York.
So he was the first one connected to you as an influencer?
Yes, he was the first one, yes.
Yeah.
He was the first one, and somebody linked him to somebody from New York and ended up connected to me. And that's how it started. Then after that...
So what explanation did he give you, like, in terms of...
No, he just said, yo, I heard you use the man to go in each hood, each ghetto, to make sure I'm safe. And I told him, yeah, no problem. And I got him to each area in Trinidad.
And where did things go? Like, how was his trip to Trinidad?
It was good. It was, no problem. He just went to each hood. He went to St. Paul. He went to Duncan Street, Nelson Street, Laventille, and he filmed his contacts. And no, we see where so he came before Christmas list. He came way before Christmas list. Then he went to Haiti and then he got kidnapped. Then after that, when that scene happened, Christmas list found out about me from some friend of Arab, and he linked up with me, and we've been kicking it since then.
No, Arab's content came out after Christmas list.
Yes, he did.
And he and the media, you see him a bit dissatisfied with his experience in Trinidad.
Yeah, his contact is kind of off, and people don't like what he was doing, and I agree. Because
to what extent?
Because he did the good and the bad, but he did more bad. He took advantage of the negative side of Trinidad. I didn't like that. Well, a couple of people didn't like it. You know what I mean? So he's not coming back here again.
But in one of his videos, you would have made it clear that, or you would have made accusations of being extorted by you. What would you say to that?
That's false. Because that, everybody knows I don't be on that. He just making them kind of jokes, and that wasn't a joke to play with.
Now, Christmas list. Christmas list coming to Trinidad. He got in contact with you before coming?
Yeah.
And what role did you play for Christmas list coming to Trinidad?
Just to guide him, nothing much. He didn't want no security, no bodyguard, just to make sure point A to point B. That was it.
Yeah. So Christmas list was going into these woods by himself, actually.
Of course.
Yeah. And how did you feel about that? Like him going to these quote unquote dangerous places by himself?
Like I said, he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing, but it's just, that was it. He knew what he wanted.
So how did you feel about him going into these hoods by himself without your protection?
It was a good initiative, and I'm gonna lie to you, the people loved him, the kids, the ladies, even the gangsters. The gangsters love you. They gravitate him. He was like a nice shiny armor. He was like, they wanted to talk to him. They explained to him what's going on in Trinidad.
They gave him a true feeling of what was happening.
They gave him a true feeling of what's going on in the ghetto, in the hood. And I see that. And I saw that with my own eyes. And I'm not gonna lie, it was a good feeling.
So now with all these, the backlash you would have gotten was basically the same thing that you said about here. He's showing the bad side of Trinidad.
Yeah, but Christmas was different. Christmas was totally different. He wanted to help the solution of Trinidad crime situation. He wanted to solve it. Like, look what happened to him. He did so much initiative. He get locked up for sedition. You know what I mean? That's the same crime what Abu Bakr did 20-something years ago. 30 years ago. So I don't understand that. He wasn't carrying no gun. He wasn't. Then he'd tell everybody to mask up. So that wasn't making no sense for him to get locked up. He's just a YouTuber. He's like a journalist, if you basically want to call it. You know what I mean? So.
And like when he got locked up now, what was the scene like around you know? Because, he came here under the tour guide, basically, of you, or under the advice. He was under the advice of Johnny Bravo. And he got locked up now for doing journalist work. How did that make you feel?
To me, it didn't make no sense. That's why I didn't understand why they locked him up for. Then after that, because that's what happened. We were supposed to go somewhere that Tuesday morning, and I realized something was wrong. I was calling him, he wasn't answering. I called 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So I went up the road with Wayne, went up there to check, realized he's gone. But his stuff's still there. So I know something was wrong. So I used my assumption. I went to the Canadian Embassy. The Canadian Embassy told me everything. So they told me he's okay, he's fine, he's just detained. And that was it.
No, after he came out, no. If he was a star before that, he's now the moon.
Boy, he's like a rock star now. He's like a rock star because, boy, everybody was mad, upset. Why they lock him up for? He was like the voice of the ghetto people. Yeah, so people was upset. People used to call me and telling me, yo, why they lock him up for? Why they do that? You know? But he became a big celebrity, not just Trinidad, all over the world now.
Mm-hmm. And you feel good given the fact that, hey, you'd have contributed to that.
Yeah, people knows.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you're satisfied in that?
I'm okay.
Mm. So what's next now for Johnny Bravo?
What's next? My next is I want to do a foundation. My next is do a foundation giving back. I want to do also a bodyguard course because I've been getting a lot of inboxes, messages. I should do a school of a bodyguard, rules of a bodyguard, you know? Yeah. So I'm thinking about that, my next upcoming project. You know what I mean? I still want to travel. So I got a couple of bookings that's coming up very soon. I got a booking for DR next year. I have a booking for Antigua very soon. You know, so I'm just waiting for the right time.
Right. Now, family. Not able to go to family yet. Traveling. We see where it's possible for people who have been deported to get the paperwork right and get back into the US. Are you trying to get back into the US, or are you open to get back into the US, or would you like to go back to the US?
I really focused to get back to the US, and the process looking good for me right now. So I really want to go back. I just really want to go back to see my father. I already miss my mother. My mother passed away in 2000, January 5th. 2020, January 5th. So I can't miss, you know what I mean? So I want to go back to make sure, you know, and see my friends and family. Because right now, Trinidad, I wish we could fix the situation. If you know what I mean. And I think it will be fixed soon. I just pray that it does fix very soon.
Now, family, do you have kids?
No, I don't have kids.
How come? Like, why didn't you get any children?
I told myself, when the time comes, it will come. And if I do, I won't be promoting it, because that's a sign. You don't want to show no weakness, if you know what I mean. Because as a bodyguard, you don't want nobody to know your weakness.
So maybe you have kids, but you just won't talk about them.
Maybe not.
So you have this tough guy personality. Where's that soft side to Johnny Bravo? I mean, I was traveling around with you, and Mary, you would come up to you and ask if you even smile. Do you smile?
Yeah, I do smile. But when it's the right time, when I'm settled and home relaxing, you know, if I'm with a lady, yeah, man. Sometimes I sing. I sing sometimes.
You have a singing voice?
No, not really, but I have a Barry White voice. That's what they've been saying. But I sing behind closed doors. I sing in the shower.
We don't like to hear that. Give a piece of that. Give a piece of that voice. Give a piece of that voice. What is man? Very easy. So it's when you're with a lady. Do you have a lady?
Yeah. I have one. I have a couple, but I have one.
Couple.
I got friends though. I got a lot of female friends. But I have somebody I'm seeing right now.
One person you're seeing?
Yeah.
So how is life like dating Johnny Bravo?
That's a good question. It's a good question, but you know, that's my thing.
Do you spend on these women or the female that you're with?
Of course.
What's the most expensive gift you ever got a lady?
Most expensive gift? I would say I give a woman a shopping spree. I'll say about over 10 grand.
TT?
Yeah, TT, yeah. That was a couple of years ago.
That's another money, man. That's another money. Trump changed that, man. Come on, change. Now. Come on, no.
That's all I can think of right now.
Judge, I got you.
I don't know. That's the only biggest thing I can think of right now.
So now, what's that ideal date for Johnny Bravo?
Ideal date. Anything you want to do. I'm more relaxing guy. I like dinner. I like going out to dinner. I like movies. Simple things. I like going bowling. You know, we don't have no bowling in Trinidad, but when I do travel, you know what I mean? There are bowling alleys and stuff.
Oh, so sometimes you travel with your woman?
Maybe. But yeah, of course.
You seem very tight-lipped about that side of you.
Yeah, because sometimes you don't want to let go too much. Too much of your personal life out there.
So have you ever been heartbroken?
Yeah.
Can you give me some details on that story?
That's when I was in the States. A woman was jealous so bad. And had the next occupation on the side. And she found out and she wanted her father was a cop. So she ended up pulling out her strap. She took her father's gun and she wanted to execute my life.
And that broke your heart?
Yeah, because we was both in love, but she was a real jealous woman.
You see, you got another occupation.
Yeah.
So you were seeing another woman?
Nah. Occupation. If you know what I mean. You watch a lot of movies, you know what I mean.
So you had one woman, then you get another woman, and she found out about...
I was good a lot of women, if you know what I mean. I was you ever watch movies? You know,
he's a wet man.
Something like that, but I was an entertainer back then. But I retired.
Oh. So
you get it now?
I don't understand that.
You understand?
The strangest heartbreak this me ever seen in my life, yo. So
I was an entertainer. You know what was an entertainer? You know what I mean? You ever watch them?
No, man, I know.
Them females.
You're talking of parables, bro. Come on, Bravo, man.
You ever see them ladies that go to it's just like when fellas go to a strip joint. You know what I mean? What does ladies do before they get married? Our next woman be organizing a woman. Come on, man. Come on, Essential. You know the game.
I don't. I really don't.
My Lord. Oh, my Lord.
So, Bravo, you're not going to go around with that break here. You had one woman. You was being a dog. Because all of us are dogs. All of us have the dogs in us. So you were being a dog. She found out. She get her father and wanted to unalive you. And you were heartbroken by that.
Yeah, we was in love, man. We was in love. So I just didn't tell her the truth. I didn't lie to her. I just didn't tell her the truth. She found out what I used to do, my occupation. Then she got...
And what you used to do in your occupation?
I know I told you already. I know said it on live on your podcast.
No.
When a podcast comes out, when it comments, You're gonna see. They're gonna tell you. I was an entertainer. I have a nickname too. I'll give you another hint.
Yeah.
Chocolate Thunder was my nickname. You're laughing. Yeah. That was back in the days. That's my young days, my early 20s.
Yeah. So what broke your heart? The fact that she wanted to unalive you?
Yeah.
Or did she leave you? Did she did she entertain on you?
Nah, I just had to let she go, man. She was different. Different. When I said different, because we was focusing, we was gonna get married and all kind of thing. And it was different, man. Then I had the next woman propose to me in Trinidad. So that was the next one too. But I messed that up. I should have. I ain't gonna lie, I should have married her.
What did you do? What did you do wrong?
I hesitated. She proposed to me in front of my parents.
So why did you mess that up?
I don't know. I said to myself, I was young. I wasn't
ready.
Yeah, I wasn't ready.
It's not.
But she loved me. She loved me to death. She used to do everything for me: cook, clean, everything. So I just want to tell you, all the fellas, when a woman does that, trust me, marry that woman.
Judge of God to blood clot, bravo.
Yeah,
I can't believe. So you give up on the love of your life.
Yeah.
I don't think it's manly for a man to be proposed to do.
No, it's know how to treat a woman. Once you know how to treat a woman and she goes all out, I know how to treat a woman. Most men, I didn't say all men, most men don't know how to treat a woman.
How to treat a woman?
Trust me, I'm telling you, especially Trinidad.
How to treat a woman?
Trinidad woman. I hear, oh God, I got a lot more female friends than man. I'm telling you.
How to treat a woman, bravo?
How to treat a woman? Simple, like, ask them how they're doing, how they're going. Some guys be doing like, psst, psst, psst. You don't call woman that. Woman not a dog or a cat or whatever you want to call them. A woman is a human being. Just reason with them, talk to them. Hey, hello, how you doing? How's your day going? Hey, beautiful, how are you? You know what I mean? Simple line like that. Take a woman out. Give a woman a rose one day at work. Surprise them. They like that. They be blushing.
So you believe in a paying a woman bills and so?
50-50.
Oh, you believe in a 50-50?
Yeah, everything will be 50-50.
So if you give a woman something, like, so for example, you do with your woman and you buy a bed, furnish out the house and so on, you find out that she horning you. Because I find out that the Trinidad word, you find out that she horning you. You would take back your bed and so?
Nah, I won't do that. I'll just let she go and let her keep it.
See how much you keep the bed for your new man?
That's materialistic, bro. That's materialistic.
So what if it is that you took the bed on hire purchase? You would continue paying the hire purchase?
No, she will have to pay for it.
Oh. Her quotes have to come back for them bed.
That's correct. Because I'm not paying that.
So bravo, you plan to get kids though?
Of course. I'm a family man. I'm a strong believer in that. Strong believer as a family man.
How tall you be?
Excuse me?
How tall are you? What's your height?
I'm 6'3", 255 pounds. Muscle.
Hard puncher.
I'm the baddest motherfucker you see, my brother.
Bumbuckler.
That's what they say. You hear what they say about me. I didn't call myself that. But the streets do. I would like to say thanks to the streets. Thanks to Trinidad Tobago.
Yeah.
Thanks to all the artists of Trinidad Tobago, especially the soca artists, calypso artists, chutney artists, and also the Trinidad artists. Thank you. But you can't forget the streets. The streets love me, and I love the streets. Thank you.
Yeah. So anyways, Bravo, is there anything else you'd like to talk to the people about? Share your parting words for the Trinidad and Tobago people.
I just want to say to Trinidad and Tobago, let's come together and let's fix the situation. Let's solve it. Let's just pray. Everybody should do, let's just pray. Before you go to bed, pray. And pray, and let's see we can fix this situation of Trinidad and Tobago. Because I love Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad made me. Trinidad make me who I am. I want to say thank you. From the bottom of my heart.
I would like to say thank you also, Bravo. Because so far, this has been an amazing trip. I said it earlier, and I'll say it again. I feel safer here than even how I feel sometime at home. You know, being around you. You have been so welcoming, you know what I mean, protective. You don't know the thing. Trinidad is not as dangerous as people would make it to be, you know, but for the danger that's there in Trinidad, I don't feel it. Just being around you, you know. And you have been a great host to me. You've provided me with countless interviews. I've gotten to meet people who I always wanted to meet, you know. I've gotten to reason with the people of Trinidad, well, the artists, the performers, the entertainer, people from behind the scenes. This has been an amazing trip based on my connection with you, you know. So I would just like to extend my appreciation again, bro.
No problem.
Like, we have to do this on camera, you know what I mean? Because without you, this wouldn't be possible, you know what I mean? And continue to put in the work that you have been putting in. I acknowledge it. I appreciate it as an outsider to Trinidad, coming here and seeing it. You see me? Because it's one thing to say it, but to actually see it live in action. Me even see you working on stage with Bounty Killer like crazy. You know what I mean? But wait, before we go
ahead.
That whole situation with Bounty having difficulty getting into Trinidad, from your perspective, what happened? Like, what was the reason for him to be held at the airport for 9 hours?
I just have to say one thing. Trinidad, the computer system, it needs to upgrade, because in 2009, Bounty Killer got locked up for cursing, but that was a long time ago. And it was me, Chow, Elephant Man, and Marshall Matana. We was there to make sure he got out and safe. But that was in 2009, because after that, he came back here like 3-4 times. He came back 2017 for the Guinness with Bounty and Beanie. Then he came back on Marshall Monday with Marshall Show. Then he came back 2019. So I try to understand that whole heist, but we got to thank the people who was involved of this whole dilemma. We got to thank the promoters. You got to thank Bungie Garland and Faye Alliance.
The government of Jamaica.
And the government of Jamaica. The Prime Minister had to talk to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Christopher Keith Raleigh. So, well, I think everybody was involved. Everybody. And you know who you are. And even myself. You know what I mean?
How were you involved?
I was involved because what happened was Bungie Garland, I think Bungie Garland gave Bounty Killer my contact number. And I was on my way home. Then Bounty Killer had called me and told me he have a situation at the airport, he can't come out, blah, 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 blah. So I ended up swinging right back into the airport, assist what I can, call certain people, and that was it. And somebody had called the Prime Minister of Jamaica and asked how the whole dilemma came out. I ended up was there for him. And also I got to thank Khaled. As everybody don't know him, but he was the executive driver for Bounty Killer and them. And I thank, like I said, I thank everybody, even Summer Stage. Can't forget Summer Stage. So everybody had a hand. and thank everybody.
So,
because it was a successful show, and applaud everybody who came out.
All right, sir. So, people, this has been the Perspectives Podcast, Essential, Johnny Bravo. Until next time, peace.
When I see we outside like every day. I mean, I send a Perspective Media. I don't know. Keep your thing up.
Hoy, and I said nobody now believe it. Well, if they me say I beat it. Me and the pastor, me not go preach it to how we all it down. Yeah, man, it's Dejour, and I mean giving you a different perspective on Perspectives Media. Easy.
Perspectives Media.